Yeah, I mean, this next pick is really going to be the difference between if you get Darnell Washington or not. And I think that's where the Eagles would go. I'm going to check Twitter, see what we have. Cowboys select Luke Schumacher. They took the tight end, but they took the different tight end. So they took the comp to Dallas Goedert, but that's going to mean that the Eagles can go up and get Darnell. This is insane. Dallas Cowboys screwed up again. This is insane. Oh my God. They're such a loser organization. The Eagles are going to go and take Darnell Washington just to stick it that much further up Jerry Jones. Oh my. This is amazing. Since he could. Don't rain on my parade, though, Joe. Wow. This is good. John Michael Schmitz. This is good. I saw a name in chat. Jalen Hyatt. Schoonmaker.
Hooker.
Let's take a look at your boy, Joe. Let's take a look at your boy. Jalen Hyatt.
78 yards.
Tennessee is the #1 scoring team in the SEC, #2 in the nation. As Hooker looks downfield in the end zone, he's got Hyatt for the touchdown. One snap, Jalen Hyatt to the house.
Coach said to us, I can't give up too fast on the run, otherwise these big pass plays won't be there.
There's a pass play that's there. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown.
Hooker to throw on the slant. He's got Hyatt, and Hyatt's got space. Goodbye, #11. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Two tacklers.
In the slot.
1 second and 1. Breaking tackles. There he goes again. Jalen Hyatt back in the checkerboards.
And Tennessee will waste no time with this up-tempo offense. Open man for Hooker. On the money. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Elsewhere, go play somewhere else. This is a backwards pass, and Vance got Hyatt. Here he goes again.
So, right now, what I'm seeing, and look, this is not a lot of tape.
Rushing.
Drawing
They
early
need to run the
conclusions.
ball a little bit.
Hooker going deep. Man's there. Got it.
He's wide open a lot. Is he fast? Can I ask a question before I make an assumption? Is he fast, or is it their system? Because why is he that wide open? I got to look for things that are going to transfer. Like, I want to see him winning battles one-on-one. I want to see him winning. You're right. Quez can't. But this dude, I've seen twice now where he bobbled it. He caught it still.
They fake it to him. Hyatt wide open, and he's got a blocker. He may go all the way.
So this is like, and again, I could find more tape. I'm not knocking him yet. I'm just explaining to you what I'm seeing in my thought process. That's all I'm doing. It's not. But see, again, he's wide open. Why is he always wide open? Is he fast? I mean, let's go look at his numbers. Maybe he's fast. If he's fast, then we know why he's always wide open. I don't know. I'm this isn't me like trying to be pretentious. I'm legitimately asking. He's fast as hell. He's the top wide receiver on the board according to ESPN. 6 foot, so he's got decent speed. His comp is Will Fuller according to this. Let's lower that. 4.4 40. Okay. Yeah, again, Joe, that's I'm saying this like not to combat you, but to like I'm asking to learn. So yeah, it certainly would not be out of. Let's see where he's left on the best available. Oh, he's right up there. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't be a reach. At this, see, that's the one thing that I tell people too. At this point, you want to be looking for players that are up here. Like, you want to be looking for players that are. Why isn't that up here? What the hell? It should be. There we go. You want to be looking for players that are in this area. You know, the problem when you picked Jalen Reagor was he's not even, down in the ads. So you want to be, it's just because I'm a perfectionist, I want this to be there. You want to be looking up here. So Joe, to your point, it wouldn't be far-fetched for the Eagles to go Jalen Hyatt here. Buffalo Bills could be doing that too, to be honest with you. I could really see the Bills do that here. I'm not on Twitter. Look, I'll stay off. I'm going to stay off Twitter because I did get the Giants. The first thing I did was I got the Cowboys one kind of spoiled to me. And at this point, we're too close to the Eagles. I'll try to keep everything organic for the YouTube clip. But I got Jalen Hyatt going here. I'm sorry.
With the 59th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Osiris Torrance, guard out of Florida.
I'm wrong. They went with the guard. That's good. So let's keep looking at some of his tape then. Let's dig in. I'll look at a different person's tape because let's look at a different editor's perspective.
People remember heartwarming ads, so bundle and save with Liberty Mutual.
Oh, can't watch it. Can't use the audio if it's doing that. See, that's what we need to see though, is stuff like this, because this is where you can get an idea for the NFL. This is already an NFL style play. Like, this is where he's going to be. This is the play that Jalen Hurts would throw to him. Slant, boom. And that is a close enough speed where he can make an NFL player. Sometimes I look at things and I go, that's not especially with running backs. And we'll go through that in between the next pick and that, because I think if the Eagles go running back at this point, it'll be 66. It won't be here. Especially with, at this point, where are we at in the draft? I think we're almost guaranteed one of those two. Are we within 2 picks? We're guaranteed either Darnell Washington. You're guaranteed Darnell Washington or Jalen Hyatt. Guaranteed it. Yeah. I think that's that. Looking at the board, that or if you're gonna just keep bringing in, and again, that's why I like Washington. But if you want to bring in more Georgia Bulldogs for defense, bring in Ringo. Yeah. And again, Jacksonville's on the clock, so we're guaranteed one of the two. I think Jacksonville. I could see them going Washington. I see them taking offense. I could see them taking offense. Sorry. Communicating with the other War Room combatants. I know it feels. I don't mean to be on the phone. Draft shows are a little bit different. So if you're popping in and you're like, what the hell is this dude doing? Like, usually we're all energy, all flying. But right now, especially tonight, we did the show last night. Right now, I'm just here, like, for the YouTube clip, for lack of a better term. But yeah, this is a really, really big possibility. Greg says he wants Hyatt out of those two players. So, Joe, you and Greg very much in agreement today. I know yesterday things got a little here and there. Today, you guys are very much in agreement with going Jalen Hyatt. I got to be honest, if you're asking me who do I want more out of those two, I'm going Washington. Just because freak of nature, and just, we'll see that later. Let's do an absolute freak of nature. Again, everything I see on tape from him looks like it. Maybe not that. That's probably he's out of bounds in the NFL. But like everything that I see from Washington, it feels like it explodes and will translate to the NFL. And again, it's another Bulldog. So, but like that translates. That play, Jalen Hurts throws that ball. And again, a number zero would be a pretty cool jersey. Tight end wearing 0. That translates. Like, these plays translate. Ringo being, I just said his name. I'm sorry. Oh, the Georgia running back. Yeah, Eric Tight. Let's do it. I said running back and tight end, but I meant cornerback. Sorry, I got a lot of thoughts going through my head. We just finished the coffee. Things are swirling. Yeah, I mean, dude, it would be like, for the memes, I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Whatever it means for the culture of the team, like, I'm here for the memes. The pick is in. We could probably get it here first. But all right, let's back out of that. Let's see what we got. Sounds like they're talking about Hyatt. Yeah, Hyatt's. I'm sold. Like, there's certain things I gotta see, And what I asked was if he's fast. Is that why he's getting open, or is it mere everyone else is getting covered? It sounds like he was getting open because the dude runs 4.4 speed. And at 6 foot, you know, that's comp size to Jalen Watkins. I'm still a I said Jalen Watkins. Quez Watkins, excuse me. I got Jalen's. There's too many Jalen's. They went Brenton Strange. They're both on the board. What if you got maybe Washington here and you go Hyatt? That was a strange pick. Now you got a possibility to get both of these guys. You want Washington and Ringo? I want Washington and Hyatt. I mean, are tight ends flying off the board all of a sudden? Who else is... I gotta check. The Eagles traded out. It looks like the Eagles traded out. Let's get on Twitter. It looks like the Eagles traded out. They now look like they have... Here, look. I was just looking at rounds. Sorry, I keep switching the wrong thing. It looks like they got 65 or 66. No, this is potentially okay. Joe, don't get mad yet. Wait. This is all right because look, they have 2 picks still very close. Play the board out. Teams are starting to reach for need because they're teams are I need to get line. Teams are starting to make mistakes. I think Howie's playing the board. Let's see what we got. I guess Schefter should know. If you guys can find me the tweet, please let me know. I went to let's find this. We got this. Eagles traded number 62 for number 65 and number... So they just got into the 6th. They got 2 extra picks to move back to 63. They traded 62 for pick 65. Now they have a 6th round pick, number 188, and they have a 7th round pick. That's good value. We take those. And it means I can still end this, end this show relatively not too long. I can go play some video games. I might even turn the stream back on. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. This is good. I think this is going to play out. Joe, we might get both of our guys still. Marvin Mims, I thought the Chiefs would draft him. I thought the Eagles potentially could get him, but I like Hyatt better. This is good. I mean, players are still... All of our players are still here. This is insane. Me and Greg convinced... Yeah, look. There's certain things... and look, it's a sweeping judgments when I make things, but, like, I made that quick of a judgment on JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I said this guy can't do things. He's just making catches because he's bigger than smaller players. Everything that I saw from him, I didn't like. It doesn't translate to the NFL. And we can sit here. We can go through. You guys want to send me players? Like, I'll show you step by step what I look for. My easiest one is, and now we got really no time at all, but my easiest one is I go to like, what do I like? What can transfer into the NFL versus not? This was a player that I'm really high on, Aiken, but like, watch, he's down here. That plays over in the NFL, right? So the rest of this clip is dead to me. But this is what I'm like, oh my God, I'm so impressed by his speed. Now you have a chance to potentially get this guy. You have a chance to potentially get this guy now with a 6th round pick. If things fall around, you never know. But see, like that plays over in the NFL. It's certainly over then as well. So yeah, this is we'll see, man. Let's keep playing. Let's play some. Let's look at the guys that are on our board. Like, let's go back to make sure these aren't both playing. Yeah, cool. Let's go back to our board, the draft board. Jalen Hyatt. This play, that translates. That's an NFL touchdown. That's an Eagles touchdown. This is a play that the Eagles can and will run if they add him into the offense. That play is done right there. Very rarely will that happen in the NFL. That's probably a play that gets blown up in the NFL. But yeah, you can see the speed there. That's an NFL touchdown. There are the plays I wanted to see. Stuff like that, where he's still making the catches with defenders on or near him. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's an NFL touchdown. So the Eagles are coming up with back-to-back picks after the Bears pick is in. No spoilers, please. Please, no spoilers in chat. If you weren't here last night and remember the rules or anything, please no spoilers in chat. Now we'll kind of just read and react with the draft for the next couple of picks, and here it is. I mean, let's see what we got. We can get them both. Go get Darnell Washington. Go get Jalen Hyatt back to back. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. Do it, Howie. Or if you're going for the memes, if we're going to do it for the culture and for the memes, let's go Ringo in Washington. But I say, last night, you added to your defense, you added stout pieces. Now tonight, let's reassure some of that offense. At least one of these two picks has to be Darnell Washington. It has to be, because not only does it fit best available, it fits a bit of a position to need. And that is the perfect storm. When you're picking for, we need this player because we're going to need someone behind Dallas Goedert for years to come, this is where it's a perfect blend of need and best available. Jalen Hyatt, again, this is where, you don't necessarily need a wide receiver, but look at the talent that we were just watching. Look at the talent. So yeah, maybe you're a Quez guy like me, and you're not sold on moving on from him. But maybe Quez needs a guy like Jalen Hyatt to push him that either in one direction or the other. And again, if you're going to keep adding to the defense, I don't know that cornerback is really a position. And you remember Greedy Williams, you're kind of deep there. But back to best available. Ringo is right there. And let's go make Ringo a star with all of his other Georgia Bulldogs. Are they going to, of course, do you guys realize it's not me, right? They absolutely milk the Eagles picks. All right, I'm going on Twitter to make a tweet, but let's. Jair Brown, another name that's potentially out there, Penn State guy. He's a little undersized for me for a safety at 5'11", but I'm just giving, if let's say we're going in a different direction than these two guys, who else is there? It shouldn't be anyone other than Darnell Washington and Jalen Hyatt, in my opinion. Let's go get both of them. But that being said, I could see them. I really could see Jair Brown. I could see maybe with one of these two picks too. I could see Devin A. Kane, who we were just watching. Kendre Miller, TCU running back. I would not. I said it last night. I still mean it. I'm scarred from TCU players. I want to stay away from TCU players. I would much rather bring in Devon Achane, because I just, again, his speed is insane. So I still am willing to kind of put him into the mix. So again, just other players that could be in play here. And I could see another trade back. I think they're going to take one of these two picks, probably the first one. I could see another trade back being in play. But right now, go take Darnell Washington. Please. Please go take Darnell Washington. What up, Russ? Good to see you back again. Loving my people's coming back-to-back nights. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? No, I haven't. I have not seen that. But let's turn this up and let's get the reactions here. Let's see who we're getting. Who is going to be the next member of the flock? Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington. 3 Bulldogs in a row. Let's go. Do it for the culture. Do it for your team. Do it for the memes. Yeah, well, Hendon Hooker is not getting picked here. I mean, yo, Howie, don't start doing this shit again. No, this is Darnell Washington. I'm feeling it in the loins. And again, please do not spoil it in chat. That's not cool. Who's he talking to? We got back-to-back picks unless there's a trade in the works. Oh, yeah? We're getting them both? All right, both picks are in. Trent Cole, baby! Okay. Sidney Brown, I did see him in a mock. I should have done some talk on him. I did see him in a mock, but Sidney Brown's. Oh, all right, wrong player. I was like, wait, 6'6"? All right, it's not who we wanted. But it is offensive line help. It is safety help. You need that. Now, here's where I got to look at them. Where were they on the board, though? How far did Howie reach? Sidney Brown, that's not too bad of a pick. I saw him in some mocks. I did some stuff on him. We could pull him up. Let's pull him up right now. But all right, it's tough because they're positions of kind of not like immediate safety need, but it's not the two players we were talking about, right? So it's a bit of it's not, you don't get the like you did with Nolan Smith, but Sidney Brown, let's look, let's see what we got. Screw what they're talking about. Let's go here. Let's check it out.
Illinois' defense this season. Here's a third down Northwestern. Freeman slings it. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown, his second touchdown of the
I'm scarred with Sidney's. Nah, you can't do it like that.
Again, Freeman just
You had a really good Brown secondary though, Sheldon Brown, S. Brown. You can flip it to a positive.
He slips the shoulder at the right time, makes the catch, and then
I can't. Sorry, I gotta turn it. If there's music, I gotta turn it off because then I think we get hit with the copyright. Please, we might not even. I don't know. We'll see about. I mean, I guess I can put videos of YouTube on YouTube, right? So, yeah, this is. I saw Sidney Brown. I'm okay with safety. We were just talking about the one from Penn State. So you get, and the one thing about Penn State too is he was 5'11". I think. What is Let me see here. What is Sidney Brown's? What are his? He's 5'10". He's actually shorter. Okay. But yeah, Tyler Steen, 6'6", 321, Alabama. You can't really complain about that. We don't know with guards or anything like that, but you just look at, all right, well, look at the tape. He's from Alabama. That's a powerhouse. I wanted Ringo. He would have been better. Yeah, you know, we say this every draft, and it's, yeah, the guys we want, it would have been nice, but you don't know yet. You really don't know yet. I wanted Washington, admittedly. I wanted Washington, but I'm not going to call it bad just because they didn't pick the players that I want. You went out there and you filled positions that you need to fill up and you need to shore up for the future. You shored up an Alabama guard, 6'6". Like, this is, you're going to need that immediately. You might need that with right guard right now if he can step in and play. And he might. As far as Sidney Brown, again, a player that is going to see the field, assuming he can play, and let's hope Howie's learning how to pick some players here and there now. Assuming Sidney Brown can play, he's gonna compete. So you can't say bad second day just because they're not the guys that you want. These guys could potentially be day one contributors, which again, so would have Hyatt, so would have Washington, but that's what you're looking for on day two, and you're still looking to shore up the future. And if I need these guys to step in now, what can they do? So now it's just going to be a matter of, can these guys play? And that's where the fun kind of comes down to it. And we can keep kind of going through talking about all this stuff. But as far as Washington goes, again, I saw him in a few different places. This isn't like a completely out of the blue. So we can kind of watch together, and we'll take some look at the guard too. Don't get me wrong. I'll pull some up for him as well. So let's do that. I'll have it kind of just on deck. But yeah, you know, just because we got the guys we wanted night one, like to a T, it felt like we were just going to be able to get that every kind of throughout everything. So it's we'll see. Let's pull up some. Let's give the big guys some love. Apparently Senior Bowl reps. Soon scrap it. It's yeah, the offensive lineman tape is scarce on YouTube, so we might as well at least go watch the safety while we got it. But yeah, I mean, again, this is not necessarily the picks that we wanted. But secondary, as in particular safety, had to be addressed, and how he's doing it through the draft. So again, what we're seeing here is playmaking. So look at the schools that he's doing against. Nebraska. That was Brock Purdy he just picked off. There you go. He'll be doing that again. He'll definitely be doing that again sometime soon. But these are, you're trying to make up for Kayvon Wallace. These are, you're trying to make up for, I guess you haven't really missed on too many offensive linemen recently. So you're kind of just adding to that because, you know, that's how you build winning teams is through there. So again, it would have been nice to go and get the sexy picks for a second night in a row maybe, but I'm not necessarily upset until I start seeing more. I've learned through too many of these things where, oh, you didn't take the guy, you're wrong, and I've learned too many times that I'm wrong too, or both of us are wrong, or one's right and one's wrong. So let's not get too hung up on it. But yeah, again, that's the end of it for tonight. Now we have 4 picks tomorrow. So you doubled your picks by moving back, which again, that's why it really would have been if you could have doubled your picks and still got those two dynamic weapons to your offense. Again, it would have been feeling really good. But I think these two picks have the potential to be very good yet unsexy picks. So we'll see. Again, a 6'6" lineman I am never going to yawn at. This undersized safety I'm not necessarily thrilled about. I think if anything I would have probably went Parker. So I will give maybe a little bit of nod, but I saw the Eagles liked him. There was a lot of chat. So it's just kind of scary when the Eagles go, I like this guy. We've seen them fail on that before. But no, it is not an F. You don't know enough to call it an F. 100% not an F. You can say C if you want. But again, I agreed with that. I said we've seen what happens when the Eagles like guys before. But again, Sidney Jones wasn't a reach. Sidney Jones was, this is great value. This is great value. Sidney Jones wasn't the reach. Jalen Reagor was the reach. It's players like that. Sidney Jones just never got healthy and was never anything. But that was a value pick. That wasn't a reach. But I still understand what you're saying. They have made bad picks in the past, just like every other NFL team. So yeah, again, we're not gonna kind of sit here and harp on it too much. We'll kind of break things down throughout the rest of the season. Tonight was just about reactions. So if you got any other final thoughts, get them in now. But as far as I go, I'm not gonna just keep repeating the same things. I think the fact that you doubled tomorrow's picks is a plus. If you want me to give you a grade, I'll give you my rating system here. The fact that you just doubled your picks, you addressed a position for the future in your offensive line. That pick, again, 6, just looking at the numbers, I don't know anything. 6'6", Alabama, that's a school that produces studs. You're going to now have, I think, 2 Alabama offensive linemen. Between him and Dickerson went there. I forget. So you're kind of stacking that up for the future to continue to protect Jalen Hurts, who you just invested a ton of money in. And then, again, now this is where if you're going to kind of knock someone or knock, if you're going to knock the grade, I think that this is where you could have it because I'm not necessarily sold that it was even your best available safety on the board, although he was top 2. But I think that this is a pick that feels a little more bad Howie than good Howie, and we'll see. But I mean, again, that's a play that it's just he just so happened to be in the right. But that's what you want. You want your safeties to be in the right time in the right place, and that's where he was. It seems like all of these are interceptions. I'd like to see him more if he can tackle, especially with that size, which I guess on cue, there he is. See, that's not a tackle in the NFL. He put a finger on the dude. This dude was falling before he even started. So, that's where I would say B-. Early overreaction, B-. C. Because again, I thought you could have added 2 dynamic offensive pieces, which obviously would have been sexy, day 1 pieces. They were available. Even with trading back to get those 2 pieces, you would have looked really smart. But it's not to say that safety isn't a glaring need. And this team hasn't really drafted a good safety since Brian Dawkins. Ringo doesn't play safety, he plays cornerback. I get that you would have been happier with Ringo. You've said that several times, but he's not a safety. And we're so deep at cornerback right now. Now again, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't pick because of need. You should pick because of best player available. I get that. I'm just saying that in in this case, this is how you spin this to be a positive. And we'll learn in preseason, as early as preseason, if this was a good or bad pick. We don't know yet. Slay is on the back nine, but that doesn't. Again, this is, if you're looking for sexy picks, this has the more chance to be sexy, because this on in a third round pick might be a day one impact. That's what you got to understand. These were 2 third round picks. Both of them have the potential to be day one impacts. Now, my biggest argument against myself, since I don't have any co-hosts, is the 2 players that you and I wanted, Joe, would have been even bigger day one impacts. And for a team that's competing to win a championship, that's kind of why that's where I would have went. But I'm going to give Howie Roseman a little bit of a benefit of the doubt for now, that he knows more than me. We'll see. We shall see. It's that simple. It's. I know that that's like the unsexy way to look at it, but sure, it wasn't who I wanted, but we'll see. But yeah, again, it's these are kind of the picks that we'll be talking. Tune back in next week. Twitch.tv/WarRoomPhilly. We're gonna be here. We'll have some crew on, and we will take it. I hear that it wasn't. You're absolutely right when you're saying it wasn't the best available, and that is where we kind of start to side eye on Howie. Now the offense, but it's so if you're looking at offensive line, I think that Alabama pick was very good. I'm not gonna knock that, because I'll never knock taking somebody that you're going, this is gonna be the guy for years, and we see the fruits of having an offensive line that you drafted. You built this offensive line in front of you through the draft, so I'm okay with that. I'm not going to complain about that. My concern lies more in the Sidney Brown pick, for sure. But what I'm kind of resting on to be positive is that, hey, we did need a safety. And if it's this or the Penn State guy, I like not having Penn State guys just of my bias. We'll see. My voice went up an octave or two there. We'll see if he showed the smartest person in the room thing. We'll see. You might be right. I'm not going to act like you're not. I've given you the reasons for it. We looked at the tape. I kept seeing just interceptions. Like, okay, you're picking off bad throws from bad quarterbacks. We saw Brock Purdy in the tape. My case in point. I would have traded up for Branch. You don't know that that's available. And yes, I loved Branch. If you could have got a first-round talent today, that would have been insane. I also still would have loved Devin Aiken even over Sidney Brown there. But I think that the running back room is either going to come through trades or it's set. And I'm dare I say it, I'm okay if the running back room is set. In my opinion, it reeks of Rager over Jefferson. It's not that bad. It's not Rager over, because it's not like in day 3, in round 3, there's the best wide receiver available that everybody knows that. But it reeks of what it reeks of, and you don't have to it reeks of a team maybe drafting for need over best player available, and that's what bad teams do. Not Tyler Steen. For the record, I like the Tyler Steen pick. It wasn't necessarily on my radar, but I'm okay with it. 6'6", Alabama, Nick Saban coached, fine with it. But the Sidney Brown pick does leave some cause for raised eyebrows, for sure. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This was fun. We'll talk more about this in the future. Hopefully, Joe, calm down a little bit. Again, just remember, I'm not saying you're wrong, but just remember, draft night, you got to learn to baseline it a little bit. But man, we were there. You saw, I was ready for the ride. I thought we were going to go get Bang, bang, 2 sexy, sexy picks. I really did. So, with that, we'll have to kind of see how this goes. I think Tyler Steen is going to be a guy that you see in he's going to be like the training camp hero. But yeah, Sidney Brown. Look, if he comes in and if Howie, it's one of these things where if Howie stays on his hot streak and this truly is the pick and he can come in and be a day one, we're going to be like, wow, we got a safety, CJGJ kind of replacement. I just haven't seen it from Howie in a while. So when it comes to safety in particular, so we'll see. Tune in next week for it. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to us. Drop some comments, maybe a like, help the algorithm grow. But most importantly, please follow us at twitch.tv/WarRoomPhilly, at WarRoomPhilly, Facebook.com/WarRoomPhilly, Twitter, Instagram, the whole nine. Please follow us. Help this community grow. These draft days are always really big for us, so I'm trying to make as much content from it that we can. So yeah, again, thank you guys for tuning in, both live and on demand. Chat, you're the real MVP, especially when I'm here solo. But yeah, let's see how these picks fold out for the future. Now tomorrow, instead of 2 picks, you have 4. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe Devin Aiken falls to us in the 6th round. Now that you're in the 6th round, that would be a lightning bolt pick that would at the least help your special teams game right off the bat. But tune in next week. We'll talk about all of this. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'm on during the daytime for a little bit. But if I am tomorrow, you'll probably see me attached to Pokemon. That doesn't mean we're not going to talk sports, though. Hop in, chat. Let's talk. So again, thank you guys all for tuning in. But now it's time to put a bow on this pretty little show. With that, I am Anthony Pinto, and we are out of here.